What's up, a Cinema Shogun here, and as I was on vacation, just chilling, sipping some pineapple juice, reading some J.R.R. Tolkien, looking at the waves crashing against the sand, doing whatever I could to get people like Ezra Miller off of my mind, my phone just kept buzzing and buzzing and buzzing. I was getting notifications on Twitter, notifications from YouTube, notifications on Instagram, and everyone was trying to tell me that Ezra Miller had been caught and arrested. And the first thing that came to my mind was like, oh my God, did Ezra Miller just sacrifice someone to the devil or something? What is going on here? And then I read the headline, Ezra Miller arrested for felony burglary, or charged for felony burglary. And I was like, felony burglary? That's nothing. Whatever, as long as Ezra Miller isn't convincing all of his non-binary followers to sip on poison lemonade or Kool-Aid or whatever cult leaders like to sip on these days, I'm happy. And isn't it crazy that that's where we've gotten on this Ezra Miller story? Like, you read the headline, felony burglary charges. That's nothing compared to what I thought he was going to be arrested for. That's kind of how I felt. But then again, when I looked into the situation, I realized that this was a situation that I already knew about. You see, this situation happened back in May, but the police finally just caught up with him in order to give him a citation. Now, as far as I know, Ezra Miller actually knows the people who own this home. And Ezra Miller broke into the home, and he stole a couple of beers, bottles of alcohol, whatever you want to label it as. And then they reported it on May 1st, and finally the police caught up with Ezra Miller, and they served him the citation. And now I believe he's supposed to appear in court on September 26th. Now, if you've been subscribed to my channel for a while now, then this doesn't come as a surprise to you, because I've been telling you all for months that there's a lot of stuff that's going on with Ezra Miller that hasn't really come out to the public yet. There's even more stuff. Yes, I know that's the sad part about this story, is there is still more stuff that is going to come out about Ezra Miller. Some of which I know of, but I can't really say. I've been asked by the people involved not to report on it yet. So I'm trying to be as responsible as possible with the information I know. And even I don't know the half of everything that's been going down, but I can assure you this isn't all of it. And I'm wondering why the mainstream media is kind of like spoon feeding everyone a tad bit of Ezra Miller information every once in a while. Like, surely the mainstream media could have reported on this months ago, but they kind of sat on it. And it feels like they're doing epics, like they're condensing their reporting to like episodic release dates. Like, all right, every 3 or 4 days, we're going to release an Ezra Miller headline, you know, despite the fact that they're sitting on all of this news, because I'm sitting on a lot of information myself. But, you know, due to various technicalities, it's not really a good idea for me to report on some of this stuff. Now, as far as the felony burglary goes, are we surprised here? Are we surprised? Ezra Miller continues to spiral out of control. If it's not one thing, it's another. But like I said, I mean, stealing a few beers out of someone's home, I mean, don't get me wrong, felony burglary charge, that's something to be taken serious, but when it comes to Ezra Miller, it's like, this is the least of my worries. I'm more concerned about the kids who are living under Ezra Miller's roof. I'm more concerned about the little girls who Ezra Miller is carting around the world wherever he goes, forming new cults in every single continent on Earth. Like, Ezra Miller's got a cult in Hawaii. He's trying to form one in America. He has one in Iceland. Who knows where else? You know what I mean? Like, for all we know, this guy could be somewhere where there's no internet, you know, no cell phones, nothing, just chilling in a tribe, you know, forming a cult in some indigenous place. I don't even know. It's just gone totally balls off the wall. But yeah, as I was sitting up there on vacation, all of these Ezra Miller updates were coming in, and it was just like, there it is, folks. It's all starting to come out. But like I said, there's still more information that will eventually trickle out. Maybe there's information that we'll never know, but it's how can I put this? In a way, it's relieving for me to start seeing a lot of this stuff come out, because this is like stuff that I've been trying to drill in people's heads for a while now. But the funny part about all of this is that Ezra Miller is still doing what he wants to do. Yeah, Ezra Miller was served a citation to appear in court, but he's fine. He's chilling. Imagine that. Imagine being caught on surveillance camera, getting felony burglary charges, and then basically police finding you and telling you, hey, we need you to come to court on the 26th. If it was anyone else, they would have dragged him out of wherever he was, probably beat him half to death, and then thrown him in the back of a paddy wagon. But Ezra Miller, you went through all of this to find the guy, and then you didn't even serve him all of the other stuff. As far as I know, when they finally caught up with Ezra Miller and they served him the citation for this felony burglary, they didn't serve him any of the other papers that he's supposed to be, that he's supposed to have been served. Because there's still a protection order out there. There's still the restraining order, all of that stuff. And as far as I know, Takata's parents have not been able to locate Ezra Miller in order to serve him those papers. But as I've been telling you all for weeks now, I've known on multiple occasions where Ezra Miller is and where Takata is. So I don't know why Takata's parents can't locate Ezra Miller, but obviously the police were able to locate Ezra Miller when this burglary thing happened. But for some reason, whatever's going on with Takata, no one can find Ezra Miller to serve him those papers. It's really weird. It's a really weird situation. And I don't know how to feel about a lot of this stuff. Don't get me wrong. I don't trust Ezra Miller at all, and I really despise Ezra Miller and everything that he's putting these people through. But there's also some other shady stuff going on around this situation as well, which is why I have been very careful while looking into the situation, because the mainstream media is never going to tell you the whole story. If they were interested in telling you the whole story, you would have heard about this back in May, back when I told you all about it. But of course, we have to wait for the mainstream media to release information for people to view it as valid or serious. And I think that we as a society need to start moving away from that as soon as possible. But as far as this information goes, it's weird when you hear something like felony burglary charge. If this was anyone else on earth, especially anyone else in Hollywood, we would all be like, oh my God, this would be mind-blowing. This would be headline news. This would break the internet. Imagine if any other actor did this. Imagine if Will Smith got a felony burglary charge right now on top of slapping Chris Rock. The world would have went crazy, right? But because it's Ezra Miller, everyone's like, well, okay. Well, at least he's not accused of grooming another 12-year-old. At least he's not bashing a woman over the head with a chair. At least he's not choking someone out, over karaoke songs. At least he's not pulling out a pistol and threatening someone's life in their own home. There's so much worse stuff that's going on with Ezra Miller that this little felony burglary charge over him breaking into someone's house to steal some beer is really minuscule, when you compare it to everything else he's done. Which should show you that this situation has gone completely out of hand. When someone can get arrested for a felony burglary charge, and you're looking at it like it's nothing. Like, this is child's play. This is child's play compared to what Ezra Miller usually does. But yeah, man, as I was on vacation, there were so many updates coming in on this Ezra Miller situation. Depending on how long you've been subscribed to my channel, a lot of this information may be old to you, and it may be new to some. So I'm going to do several videos breaking down all of the new updates, and we will go over all of that. But for now, rest assured knowing that on this, I believe it's the 26th. I don't have any information in front of me, but I believe it's September 26th. Don't quote me. But Ezra Miller is supposed to be showing up in court. What will happen from there? I don't know. Will people be waiting outside of that courtroom to serve Ezra Miller with other papers? Possibly. Big possibility. Will Ezra Miller bring 12-year-old non-binary kids there to support him in court? Hopefully not, but I wouldn't put it past Ezra Miller. But we'll all have to just wait and see. I can guarantee you all, though, that it's going to be absolutely insane unless Ezra Miller walks into court and he puts on an act and acts as normal as possible. And Ezra Miller is weird enough to do something like that, to show up in court acting like he's a pristine citizen. I honestly don't know what to expect from this. I just know that we should expect something weird. Let me know your thoughts, though, down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all on the next video.